Hello and welcome to Genius Indian. Friends, today we are going to discuss adaptive expectations theory. This is an economic theory that tells us how people think of the future, and it refers to the way people form their expectations about what will happen in the future based on what has happened in the past. The theory gives importance to past events while predicting the future outcomes. A common example is that of predicting inflation or the rate of inflation. If inflation has been higher than expected in the past, people will expect it to be on the higher side in the coming future. Conversely, if it has been lower, then they will expect it to be lower. And because inflation rate predictions go hand in hand with interest rate predictions, it is also commonly used for it. While the adaptive expectations theory generally talks of interest rate expectations, it can be easily applied to several other economic parameters like unemployment rate or GDP growth rate or even stock prices. In fact, adaptive expectations play a major role in forming investors' opinions in the stock markets. If the prices have been going up in the recent past, most investors feel confident about the future. If the recent past was down, most investors feel gloomy about the future prices. It is such expectations that actually make the stock, commodity, and forex markets often swing to the extremes. In fact, many people are saying that the recent correction in stock markets around the globe due to coronavirus may have been the victim of this very trait. Now, whether the investors' reaction to the coronavirus was justified or not justified will only be known to us in the months and years to come. But this was no doubt very much the case in the US almost 100 years back. During 1929, when the Dow Jones Stock Index was going up and up, people expected it to keep going further up. Even a very bright economist like Irving Fisher got carried away, and he predicted that stocks had arrived at a permanently high plateau, and thus they were set to go further up. But what happened was totally contrary to his prediction. Dow began falling the very same week, and once it began falling, it seemed to have forgotten to stop. It continued to fall for several years. During next 3 years, Dow lost almost 90% of its value, as a result of which Irving Fisher not only lost most of his wealth, he was also thoroughly disgraced. Nobody took him seriously after that. In other words, adaptive expectations are nothing but a weighted average of past experiences. And as we all know, expectations change slowly over time. And that's why most analysts never predict massive changes. Even ancient India had sayings that point to adaptive expectations. For example, there is a Hindi saying, Safed Baal, Maut Ka Paigam. The white hairs are harbinger of death. Ancient Indians had repeatedly seen most people dying soon after their hairs turned white. So they adopted this idea that once someone acquired white hairs, he was close to his or her death. There is another saying, दूध का जला छाछ भी फूंक फूंक कर पीता है. This saying also borders on adaptive expectations. Someone who burnt his mouth while drinking hot milk adopted his last experience way too deeply into his subconscious mind, and consequently he has now formed an expectation of any glass containing white liquid to be hot. As we can understand, adaptive expectation theory has its own flaws. After all, every glass full of white liquid is not necessarily brimming with hot milk. It can also be cold, it can also be buttermilk. And after all, every man who acquires white hairs does not die immediately afterwards. In the real world, past data is just one of the many factors that influences the future outcomes, and it cannot be called the sole factor influencing the future behavior. For example, nobody predicted an event like 9/11 simply because nothing like that had ever happened before. So much so that even when the US intelligence agencies received some reports about some attacks about to take place, they ignored them. On the other hand, it may be unscientific and totally unreasonable if someone was to predict a repeat of a similar event simply because it has happened in the past. Similarly, during 1999, when some shepherds in Ladakh brought it to the attention of Indian officers about people moving in from Pakistan side on top of the hills inside the Indian territory, the Indian officers did not believe them. Not because they did not realize the gravity of the situation, but simply because of the past experiences and because of the adopted expectations. Simply because during the cold months, nobody had ever climbed to the mountain tops, and they had adopted this notion of total inactivity from Pakistan side during those months. However, as we know now, the Pakistani infiltrators took advantage of this adopted expectations, and consequently, our Indian army had to go through insurmountable troubles to throw them off. The limitations of adaptive expectations theory led to the development of rational expectations theory, which incorporated many other factors into the decision-making process. Rational expectations are model-consistent expectations in that agents inside the model are assumed to know the model, and on an average, they take the model's predictions as valid. So, while as per adaptive expectations, people will predict inflation by looking at the rate of inflation during previous years or previous quarters, the rational expectations theory would make them try to predict the rates based on factors other than just the historical movements. So friends, this was a brief discussion on adaptive expectations theory. In the next episode, I will be discussing some other topic, a topic that improves our understanding of the world, and a topic that helps us realize our true potential. So please don't miss it. And the best way not to miss it is to subscribe to Genius Indian channel. And the best way to spread this knowledge is to like and share the video. And the best way to help me improve the quality of my work is to provide your valuable feedback. And finally, the best way to end this conversation is to tell you thanks for watching.